How's everyone doing? Welcome to the Kings versus Raptors post-game show from the Renaissance Tower in downtown Sacramento, across the street from the Golden One Center, everybody. I'm with my boy, E-Man. He's doing some editing, I believe. But anywho, the Raptors are the real deal. They legitimately convinced me that they are coming out of the East, barring a catastrophe of an injury to Kawhi Leonard. This team is really well balanced. They can shoot the rock. They can go big with many lineups. They play so many ways. Even Bogdanovic after the game said, every time we got accustomed to them, they switched it up on us. That's what a good team does. He said this is where they're so far ahead in the progression of their team. See, the Kings aren't there yet, he said. And I thought that was really interesting. And just obviously it wasn't obvious, right? But it's important for your best players to notice that, because that should be a goal of where your team should be at and where you want your team to get to. They are what I hope the Kings can be in a few years. The Raptors, they've done a great job with their scouting. You know, Siakam, where did Siakam come from? This dude is a jackal of all trades. He can literally do it all. He can guard you. He can score in different ways. I think he ended up the game with 21 points, 8 of 11 field goals, 5 of 5 free throws. Again, just a really solid player. On top of that, he shut down Belita, who had 0 points, 0 of 5 from the field. A lot of frustrations from him. And I believe E-Man pointed out that it just shows that if he doesn't play well, the Kings probably won't win many games this year. They really need Belita to play at a high level. I believe he's going to have a bounce-back game against the Minnesota Timberwolves, his ex-team. He's going to want to prove something. I'm predicting at least, at the very minimum, 20 points and about 5 rebounds, 6 assists. So he's going to have a very well-rounded basketball game on Friday. And then the showdown, Kings-Lakers on Saturday. So we'll preview both games probably tomorrow once again. But tonight, it's all about what the Kings did bad, what they did good. Obviously, one of the positives, Bogdanovic came back to the lineup. He came off the bench, got a huge ovation from the fans. They were really happy to see him. I know he mentioned that after the game when I asked him, and that really meant a lot to him. That gave him extra energy. That's what you want. He wants the fans to be into it. He wants to relive those amazing moments that he lived in Europe in the Final Four with those Fenerbahce fans, right? Where they would explode fire inside an arena, which is insane, which hopefully one day I can experience that. And it was just beautiful to see, and the respect that he has garnered in this local community. Fans really love him. And tonight was no exception. What's up, Mitchell? What's up, NBA Highlights? Russ has been frustrating these last 2 games. Kings' chances against the Wolves. I think the Kings will beat the Wolves. They're going to be upset, obviously, but I don't think Jimmy Butler plays that game. And if he does, I may change my mind. But as of right now, I don't think he's going to play. So I think the Kings will beat them. Look, I understand that many Kings fans are frustrated with the referees, but we can't use that as an excuse, y'all. The Raptors are just a better team. The Kings had their chances. Every time they came down to 7, Kawhi said, no. Let me put you away, because that's what good teams do. Good teams put the bad teams away, period. The Kings did that against the Hawks, the Magic, and even the Heat to some extent. And now the better teams are doing it to them. That's how it works. What's going on, Miguel? Late night grind. So a positive to me as well was, again, Willie Cauley-Stein, 24 points, 8 rebounds. He had a solid game. I thought the offense was stagnant for most of the night, though, which is a huge reason why Belita didn't have a good game. You saw the desperation shot that he took, and after that, Coach pulled him out the game. Coach was frustrated with a lot of the foul calls as well. He even got a technical foul tonight. De'Aaron Fox, 20 points, 8 of 15. He was a little bit more aggressive. He was 2 of 4 from three-point land. Buddy Hield was 3 of 9 from three-point land. I love the fact that he took 9 3-pointers tonight. I was really upset that every game they run these, mid-range, even closer to like floater shots for him. They're all designed plays. And he also has a knack to step into those shots, right? He should be doing that step back at the three-point line. It's a numbers game. I know he shot 3 of 9, but those shots will eventually fall. They're not going to face the Raptors' length every night. That's for damn sure. So he needs to shoot 9 3-pointers a game for the Kings to win these games. I'm okay with him missing 6 of those. I need him to shoot because when he shoots, he keeps the defense honest and he keeps the defense on their toes. And that's what this team needs. De'Aaron Fox, again, he shot 4 3-pointers. I need him to shoot at least 7. If he goes 3 of 7, I'm okay with that. That's a really good stat for him. 3 of 7. He needs to shoot that 3-point shot. Who else? Willie Cauley-Stein, again, 10 of 15. Really efficient game. 4 or 5 from the free throw line. It's about time he hits his free throws. De'Aaron, again, 2 of 4. 50%. That's not going to cut it. And then Buddy Hield, 3 of 3. Obviously, their best free throw shooter. Iman Shumpert, 29 minutes tonight. 3 of 3. Heavy that dunk. Loved it. Honestly, Troy Williams should be playing over Justin Jackson, and he should be splitting some of those minutes with Shumpert. But I'm happy with the overall minutes tonight. I know Bogey's on the minute restriction. He only played 18 minutes. That should go up to at least 25 to 30 as games progress, probably 30, about 32 after that. So Belita played 19, Willie 33, De'Aaron Fox 36, Shumpert 29, Hield 36, Bagley 25, Williams 14, Kufis 14, and Bogey 18. Justin Jackson 8 minutes and Frank Mason 7 minutes. Also, one of the things that I don't like from Coach here is that he just substitutes. Like, this isn't a this is a sport where if you pull out dudes 3 or 4 dudes at a time, you're really going to hurt the chemistry on the floor. When guys get comfortable, they're pulled out, and then that's where the team starts falling out. And then you build a hole, you make a hole, right? And you got to work double as hard to get back into the game. And the Kings simply are not talented enough to do that. They cannot do that, especially against good teams, especially against the best team in the East. That's a no. Coach Yeager at all time, I'm tired of saying this, he needs to leave one of his best guards out there because that's how this team will win more games and be more competitive. Never did I think the Kings had a chance tonight. I'm sorry to say it. And a lot of it attributes to the rotations because I know very well that on top of the Raptors being so deep, the Kings had no room for error, and they made so many errors. It's not even funny. What was the total turnover ratio today? I believe they had 15 turnovers. Okay. 15 turnovers against the Raptors will not cut it, period. The Raptors took us out of our game plan. Weren't able to run them out of the arena. We just aren't a good half-court team right now. The Kings are not a good half-court team. It's point blank, period. A lot of it has to do with their talent deficiency. The other half is coaching. They need to shoot more threes. They have to find a free-flowing offense where you have more action on the weak side and you don't become so predictable. They knew what the Kings are doing. They're going to run a screen for Buddy Hield, or they're going to have Willie making a decision. And I'm glad Willie attacked the glass today. He did a good job. He took advantage of Ibaka's lateral slowness with all those injuries they've compiled on his body, and he's a lot slower than what he once was. I remember Ibaka being just insanely good before all of his injuries with the OKC Thunder. Obviously, he's not the same guy no more, but I will admit he is a better shooter this season. He's been playing very well. He shot the ball as a stretch five, and he's given that team something they didn't really have last year. Didn't catch much of the game. How did Bogey do? He did okay. I feel like the Kings have a lot of mental breakdowns, but then again, that comes with being inexperienced of the young guys. Exactly. And again, this home stretch is really, really tough. And I just hope that they can at least play 500 ball. If they go 10-10 in the next 20 games, that is a significant improvement. That's winning. I would take that all day, every day. And I appreciate you guys that are on right now. We got 16 people. Hit that like button right now, man. I'm tired of asking you guys. We only got 3 likes. As soon as you come onto the stream, you should automatically like it. Would really appreciate that. It would really help the channel grow as well. So if you hit that like button or the dislike button, it doesn't matter. Hit one of those 2 thumbs. Sign Troy Williams to a full NBA deal. Yes. As of right now, they should. I think he's better than McLemore. He's better than Justin Jackson. He's up par with Shump. I think Shump should get more playing time. He is a veteran. He's a championship veteran. So definitely, you got to give him his minutes and just see what you have with them. And he does have a good contract. He has a contract that some teams, if he continues to play well, will trade for him. And if the Kings begin to go down in some sense, then that's a nice asset to have. Why don't they play Yogi at all? I don't know. I don't understand it. I believe he's better than Frank Mason. And you know how I've always told you guys, I'm going to ask what happened to Zebo. We finally found out, obviously, with James Ham and Jason Anderson from the SAC B having their stories today. Zebo was in the suit today. He's been dealing with some family issues, some personal issues back home in Memphis. So that's where he's been at. That's why he hasn't shown up to the basketball games. I think I'm going to make a video on the Kings shooting all of these mid-range shots where it's obviously pre-recorded, edited. I'll be working on that within the next couple of days. I've been wanting to do that. And I don't think it's a recipe for success. It's not sustainable, especially against good teams. So if you're not shooting the 3-point shot, you're not going to win many games, especially in today's NBA. I still have some faith in Jackson. Jackson is just not there mentally. You can't have faith in him and then say he's mentally not there. Like, if someone's mentally not there, there's no way you should put your faith in that human being, period. It doesn't matter if it's basketball, in life, just in general. If he's not there mentally, you shouldn't have any faith in him. But yeah, guys, 21 people, man, hit that like button right now. Again, don't forget to use the code COWBELL. There's a lot of games left on this homestand. Get your $20 off, man. Links are in the description right now. The code COWBELL on SeatGeek.com. You can use it on Kings games, Warriors games, Laker games, whatever it is, whichever team that you go for, Raptor games. If we have any Raptor fans, I know we had a lot of Raptor fans in the comment section on that Buddy Hield interview that we uploaded yesterday after practice. And yeah, I think someone said he's going to allow 25 points, and he did. Kawhi had 25, and Siakam had 21, and Kyle Lowry had 16, and efficient 16. I also got to say this about the Raptors. Danny Green. They got Danny Green in that trade. I know they lost to Rosen, but Danny Green is the perfect fit in this team on this team. And when you plug him next to a Kyle Lowry and the Kawhi Leonard, he is that much better. He's very good defensively. He's a weapon from the outside. He only had 6 points, but he's a threat, and that opens up everything else for everyone else, right? For all their drivers, OG, Siakam, Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry today just showed why he's such a savvy veteran. The dude was like, he just knows where to be at all times, taking charges, doing the dirty things to help his team win. Little things that don't show up on a stat sheet, but something that if you really understand basketball, coaches will love it. And we all love it. I really enjoy watching Kyle Lowry play tonight. He played defense and can shoot. Why don't they play Yogi? Right. Yogi does play good defense at times, even though he's not that tall, but he's definitely very strong, and that's very important. And he definitely is a better shooter than Frank Mason. Again, I'm not trying to disrespect Frank Mason. Love Frank Mason. I just think right now Yogi Ferrell is a better basketball player, and it's really strange that he's not playing over him, especially when I don't recall him having a bad game. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember that. So I don't know what happened. I don't know if Frank is beating him in practice. It doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, guys, thank you guys so much. I'm gonna cut it short. It's 11:48 at night, 15-minute show. Hopefully you guys enjoy this mini post-game show. Raptors Kings. Again, final score 114-105. The Kings played hard. I don't like to say corny things like that because it's a win-loss league, but they really played hard tonight, and they simply weren't good enough. Tip your hat off to the Toronto Raptors, who I think are the best team in the East and should come out of the East, barring some type of injury to any of their main core players. All that said, thank you guys so much for all the support. Stay tuned for a Kawhi Leonard behind-the-scenes vlog. And on behalf of the entire CK team, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Yeah, that's good. 24 people.
Instead of for being midnight.